On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, we have an interview with ALGS Champion Onmuu, the champion himself. It was a great interview. We appreciate him for stopping by. Then we're going to have our infamous Heirloom ranking. Everybody seems to love our Heirloom rankings. There's been no problems with those. Then we're going to hit gambling, and that should be the show. Don't forget to leave a review if you're listening on Apple. Let's get into the show. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 43. And boys, we have a banger episode here for you guys today. Cannot wait for you guys to hear that interview with ALGS Champion Onmuu. Some other news. Me and Kyle attended I want to say a listener beer pong tournament. If you follow us on Instagram, you would know that me and Kyle were on there. And we did our best. And we actually had Kyle make it all the way to the finals. But then things got a little black.
A lot of black. Don't remember anything.
It was a tough night.
Kyle, you got blacked?
Yeah.
Blacked. Kyle, so hold on. Why'd you come home soaking wet is my question.
I made it in the pool a couple times.
You didn't make it in the pool. You took all your clothes off and cannonballed into the pool.
I had my underwear on at least.
Okay, well that's...
I heard it happen
That's
twice.
good.
It was the first time it wasn't cold enough, so I had to jump in again.
Yeah, the second time actually when he did it, he let out like a yodel yell. It was awesome. The second one was better than the first.
I didn't even know that happened. That's sick.
Yeah, that was the second one he yelled.
This sounds majestic.
It was.
It was from what I hear, it was pretty majestic.
Let me just be honest here. Kyle blacking out is the easiest friend blacking out that I've ever had to deal with. Anytime somebody blacks out, it's a little bit difficult, but Kyle was all right. We made sure he was good. He did not win, but he made it to the finals. He's made it to the finals 2 times. We got to get him that championship. Big shout out to our boy Lino. He's listening at home.
Yeah,
Appreciate the party, Lino. It was awesome.
Thank you, Lino. Shout out to Lino too. He actually beat me in the finals, so big shout out to him.
Yeah, big shout out to Lino. Anyway, let's move on with the show. We got our Raise Energy question of the week. Boys, head on down to repsports.com, reppsports.com, where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. This one's going to be a little bit interesting here. Which time period do you think each legend would thrive in? Now, there's plenty of time periods throughout the entire world, and some of them are more personal and make more sense to some people in certain areas than others, and then some are more historical, like you obviously have the industrial period, you have the Renaissance, you have the Jurassic period, you have dinosaurs, then you have like American time periods, the Roaring 20s. You've got World War II. You've got all these different things. So, boys, where would each legend fit the best? In what time period would they fit the best?
I put Bangalore in World War II.
I actually said the exact same thing.
That's what I thought was going to be said.
I didn't put Bangalore anywhere. I put somebody else there.
Who'd you put in World War II?
I put Lifeline in World War II.
Lifeline in World War II?
Bro, I picture her being that happy, like, doctor that is just there to help all the people type deal.
Okay.
That one that's just like the only person that's able to keep morale up in such a horrible, dark time. Lifeline being that little joy, that light. That's where she would thrive.
You realize they were all high on morphine at that time, right?
Why do you think they would all be super happy? And she's like, what do you think's in that syringe?
Imagine running into Bangalore on the beaches of Normandy.
Dude, you get shit on every time.
You get absolutely shit on. Especially if she was being played by a PC player. They do like a tap strafe off a boat and then fucking 360 shoot you in the face. You're dead. Your entire life and lineage and family tree ends right there off the tap strafe.
As soon as you see Bangalore.
From Bangalore, you're done. I had Octane, one of my favorites. Now, I think he would fit the best in the 80s, but this is across 2 different types of 80s. We have the 1880s where there was actual literal cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Lit.
Going to the store every day,
Makes sense.
getting himself a nice ice-cold Coca-Cola, getting crazy high off of that. And then I also have the 1980s when the crack rock made its first wave into the United States. And the crack rock is even crazier than regular cocaine. At least that's what I read in the article that I was reading before the show. Apparently the crack rock gives you like a shorter high, but a much more intense high. Almost exactly just like Stim.
That makes perfect sense. Second, I just had the thought go through my head. How the fuck did Coca-Cola recover from putting Coke inside their fucking drinks?
They're doing great now.
How did they do that?
They were like drugging people, and they're like, "Oh no, we don't do that anymore."
Yeah, we're good.
Oh yeah, no, you're addicted to Coke. Yeah.
It's definitely a weird time. The craziest thing to think about too is like there's probably stuff we're eating and drinking now that seems normal that like in 100 years people will be like, how did those motherfuckers survive? Yeah. Like, we probably have something like that going on.
Get ready for a nutritional rant from Carter now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. It's coming. I got Revenant in the Mob in the 1920s, the Roaring 20s.
The Roaring 20s.
Because I feel like he would hella assassinate people.
That would be so cool.
Troy, you told me about a mobster, I think, from Poland who, what was his name? What did he, or was he not a mobster or was he just a murderer?
What are you fucking talking about?
There was a guy you said you read a book and his name was like the Iceman or something.
Oh, yeah. I watched a documentary on it. Yeah, they called him the Iceman, and he was like a enforcer for a specific gang. It's been so long since I watched it, I couldn't remember it. Although you guys could look it up at home. It's an awesome documentary if you can find it. But the way that he would get away with like killing people is one of the ways was that he would kill them, then he would take their bodies and he would put it in a freezer. He'd put it in his freezer like at his house, and he would like freeze them for really long periods of time. And then he would put them out and like dispose of them, because like one of the ways that people figure out like whether or not like the person that got killed is like the person they're looking for is the decomposition of their like body, right? Yeah. So he would like kill them and then just freeze them for a really long time, and then he would get rid of them. It was really fucking crazy.
Do you know how he got caught or ended up getting caught?
They probably opened his freezer, honestly.
Got any fish sticks in here, bro? Don't open that.
I don't remember specifically how. He didn't turn himself in or anything like that. Like, they did catch on to him. But the Iceman thing, like, the freezer thing was not the only part of that documentary. Like, this guy was, like, really super fucking brutal. Like,
yeah. From what I remember you telling me, because it stuck with me when you told me about him,
was like thing.
That, and then the fact that, like, I guess he grew up in Poland, but, like, his family life was just fucked. And so when he had, like, almost no emotion at all, which is why Revenant ties so well with the Iceman. Yeah. But, yes, 100% I see that.
I had Revenant as Jack the Ripper. Actually, like, as Jack the Ripper in 1888, like the dude that never gets caught and is just going around fucking stabbing people in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if somebody did catch him in the act, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way you're escaping that.
Yeah, and I just feel like Revenant is the most fitting tale for that. Revenant could have been in all of them. I had Revenant
definitely for sure.
I had your Jack the Ripper too, but I had it for Caustic.
See, I had Caustic as more the mobster. Like I had him Prohibition era mobster, like running all the speakeasies at the same time, gunning everyone down that he didn't like.
So I had Caustic in World War I because that was the first time they used chemical warfare.
Oh my
dude, that's so much better
gas,
than mine, dude.
The mustard gas.
Mustard gas.
That's so smart.
I was like World War I because that's when they used chemical warfare.
I forgot, dude.
Why did I not think about the gas? I always think of Caustic and like poisoning and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, he would just fucking spike everyone's drinks in the speakeasy, and then no, that didn't. Fucking cop.
Sorry, bro.
The reason I put the Jack the Ripper for Caustic though in the 1880s is I feel like Revenant could be put in any time frame and he can murder people and nobody's really going to catch on.
Nobody.
Whereas Caustic in the 1880s there was no forensic research or like very little forensic research. So I pictured Caustic not as Jack the Ripper just to murder people because he likes to murder people. I pictured it more for his experiments. It was a lot easier to avoid being like caught.
Yeah.
Because there's really no forensics at all.
No.
That came way later on.
I missed out on the World War II period because I drank a Four Loko and I'm lagging behind you guys. But with that being said, I had two people for World War II. One was I saw Horizon as like Rosie the Riveter.
Okay.
Can you picture that? She totally has that like
for the people at home. Explain Rosie the Riveter.
A model in a very popular American war. I guess you could call it propaganda.
The girl flexing.
Yeah, she's flexing and she's she's saying we can do it. And she's like encouraging basically the women that did not get deployed during wartime to take over, like that they could do the jobs that were left open by the men that went away to fight, right? And you know they did. They kicked ass on the home front. But she has like a very like specific style, and I can't remember what it's called. Like, do you guys know what that's called? Like that, like look with the bandana and shit.
It was like
is it
greaser.
rockabilly? Is rockabilly what it's called?
Similar. It was like that generation's like greaser look. Where
Yeah. I could see like Horizon hella fitting in with that.
I
could too. At least on the poster. Maybe like she would fit on the poster 100%.
And then like I 100% saw Caustic as like a Nazi scientist.
Yeah.
I didn't see him as anything other than that, bro. Like,
I don't know.
How could he not be a Nazi scientist?
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Wonder Woman movie #1.
Yes.
But there's that scientist in there. She's actually it's a woman in the movie, but Caustic would fit that so easy.
Yeah, I feel that.
So easy. I had for Bloodhound the Cretaceous period. That was the time period of dinosaurs where the T-Rex was alive. And I actually did some research on dinosaurs while this was happening. The T-Rex was not even close to the Stegosaurus at all. It was like 180 million years away from the Stegosaurus, which if you just think about that, it just blows your mind. So it doesn't really make any sense. But Bloodhound chasing after T-Rex, trying to kill some T-Rex, I just think would fit awesomely.
I had wrote that down too. I thought that'd be sick.
I had the Paleolithic area, which is basically the caveman era.
Okay.
The entire time of caveman, ice age, hunting, all that kind of bullshit.
Hunting like mammoths and shit.
Bro.
Riding a mammoth.
If I'm wrong about that era,
rad,
don't correct me. Just let me have this.
I always try to picture how many times something in all of history has happened. It's like, say for instance, how many times has a guy named Wyatt been drinking a Modelo while podcasting about a video game? I would say throughout history, maybe 5 times. How many times do you think a human rode a woolly mammoth as like a pet in that time period? There's got to at least be once.
There's going to be one crazy
time.
fucker that did it.
Never as a pet, bro.
Maybe not as a pet, but like rode it.
On it though.
They like trained it, maybe.
For sure. Probably because they were trying to kill it, right? Because like back in the day, it was like the only way that they killed stuff was they just held onto it and beat it to death, right? With clubs and stuff.
Do you think
they were trying to get all up on its back?
That's how bull riding started, you know?
Do you think they ever did it not out of like trying to kill it, but just to ride it
maybe.
for fun?
Dude, that had to be so dangerous.
No.
Not even one time?
Because eventually people had
for
to
fun?
People had to come up with the idea to ride elephants into war. So if you had to come up with the idea to ride elephants into war, I would imagine somebody wrote a really
Well, not even that. I just think humans are like, they've always kind of had like, I mean, humans have made some of the greatest creations, but they've also been some of the dumbest creatures to ever walk the earth. So I picture somebody would have been like, I'm going to try to ride this thing. Maybe died in the process, but I think it's happened at least once.
I think so.
That's back in that time. Hold my rock.
Yeah, hold my rock. I'm going to go jump on this fucking woolly mammoth. I think it's got to happen at least once.
I think so.
Maybe.
Okay. I can give it that.
For Horizon, I put any time before child labor laws were enforced. So like the industrial era in Europe. Because she hates children, including her own.
I literally put 2686 to 2773, which is the exact time period where she's in space.
Avoiding her child.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I agree with you, Brian.
Okay.
Me and you have always agreed on this.
It's just...
I mean, it's just a fact.
Oh, facts.
It's just a fact.
So for Wraith, I said, this isn't like a particular time period or anything, but I said 2016 because that's when OnlyFans started.
You fuck. You fucker.
I went a similar but slightly different route, still modern, and I say she belongs in the entire duration when Jersey Shore was at its prime.
Okay.
I can see
She's the only pale white girl on Jersey Shore? Is that what you're telling me?
Bro, spray
GTL.
tans do wonders. GTL, Gym Tan Laundry,
Gym
baby.
Tan Laundry.
All right.
One time, me and Brian just couldn't go to sleep one night. I was
we
spending
watched
the
so
night
much
at his
Jersey
house,
Shore.
like in high school, and we watched Jersey Shore from like 11 p.m. to 4 in the morning, and his dad walks in and is like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And we're like, I mean, we're just watching Snooki. Explaining that to Brian's dad, we changed the channel so fucking fast. Like, what are we doing?
He walked out of the room. He shut the door, walked out of the room, and me and Wyatt look at each other and go, yeah, we should probably change the channel.
And we did.
Which a year later, we actually found out that he was all up to date on Jersey Shore.
Oh, really?
Oh, 100%. He's probably like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You haven't seen these already?
Jersey Shore affects everyone. My last one, I had Lifeline in Seattle in the 90s doing the grunge thing. She's obviously a drummer, has the drumsticks.
That'd be
grunge
sick,
in
yeah.
the 90s. good time for Lifeline to be out there starting some bands up.
All right, so I got 2 ones, but they're like specific dates.
Okay.
Okay. So for Gibraltar, I have July 4th, 1916, which is the date of the very first hot dog eating contest.
Nice.
Because Gibraltar would demolish that shit.
Holy shit. Joey Chestnut winning another championship this year. He would fuck Joey Chestnut up.
He would fuck him up, bro. And then for my second one, I have Fuse on September 26, 1986. It's the day that Crocodile Dundee comes out in America.
That's great.
Hold on, what year was that?
That's great. 1986.
1986.
I had Fuse as a late 90s Hollywood movie star. And I had Fuse also in any time period between 1650 and 1720, the golden age of piracy.
Nice.
Oh, that also works.
Absolutely.
I actually wrote down for Fuse, I said literally anywhere. Because I can picture Fuse landing in any time frame, in any time period, and he would be just fine.
That big dick energy.
He would find a way to survive, whether he was in the 80s in America or whether he was in the 1200s in Europe. He would be absolutely fine. He would find a way to make his money, make it on top, do his thing, crush and bruise, bang whoever he wants to bang, and just live his life.
Yeah, that's true.
I really pictured Lifeline in the OG Haight-Ashbury district, free love counterculture.
Oh,
you know what I mean? With
1960s
fat,
maybe?
Yeah, in the 60s, with a fat afro and with those big glasses and
Hell
big
yeah.
bell-bottom pants.
Let's go.
Bro, she'd fucking rock that shit.
Hell yeah.
Was 60s disco? Or was that 80s?
No, 60s was just...
70s.
I think that was separated. I don't know when disco was specifically.
I don't know. I know it's in the 60s, 70s, or 80s. That's all I fucking know.
It's definitely
Well, when you think
60s
about
or
those
70s.
pants too,
60s
I
or
think
70s.
Gotta be
disco
60s,
too.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80s was when the hair metal thing took off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Hair metal.
So
That
dope.
explains a lot about my dad.
Yeah.
Very true.
My dad
Very
too.
true.
My dad never got rid of the hair.
True. And then Mirage. I don't see Mirage as anything but a prohibition speakeasy barkeep.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Roaring 20s.
Yeah. Roaring 20s.
I also
Has to be.
pictured him as the very first boy band, the Backstreet
Oh.
But
Boys.
it's all him.
early
Yeah.
It's just all him.
Bro, he's
I don't
just
know what
insane.
time
That's
that is.
early 2000s.
Early 2000s,
Yeah.
the Backstreet Boys. It's just all him, doing the moves.
Just
and shit.
picture
His own
your...
background dancers.
Exactly, bro.
It's 2001. You just turned 12 years old. You're at the supermarket with your mom. You go into the line to go check out for all your food. You look over at the tabloids and you see Mirage with Britney Spears again. Are they back together? And he's just wearing he's got the frosted tips spiked up in the air with the goatee. 100%.
Yeah.
It's
That's
him
Mirage.
posing with a drink while two of his clones are polishing her head.
What a great time to be alive. All right, boys. Well, that should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to don't forget to head on down to repsports.com and use code BANNER, BANNER, for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Shout out to all you guys using code BANNER. Your cards will be on the way. Boys, we're going to hit a quick ad. And then on the other side, we will have our interview with ALGS Champion Onmuu. All right, everybody, what's up? I'm here with Onmuu. He is from Team KNG, bottom 20, an ALGS champion. That's got to feel good hearing that.
I don't think it'll ever not feel good here. No.
Well,
Not going to get used to that one.
Oh, no, definitely not. Well, congratulations, and I'm sure the last few weeks have been absolutely insane, fresh off of being the best in the world. But describe to me how these last few weeks have been since becoming the ALGS champion.
It's just been really busy, to be honest. I did some traveling. We went to the KNG house to celebrate, fitting in streams whenever I can. So many people coming in saying congrats, whether it be on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, anything, man. It's just been really busy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Here's what I was thinking about, okay? Because obviously you win the championship, things are crazy, you've got everybody trying to talk to you. How quickly did you open up your bank app on your phone and refresh that thing to see if the direct deposit hit? Was that an immediate thing? You're let's see.
No, I didn't do that at all yet. I'm not worried about any of that. I'll probably see that in 3 months or something. So
okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I wanted to talk about your introduction into Apex because I was watching some of your interviews that you did right after you guys had won, and you said that you'd never played any other game professionally before. What about Apex just worked for you? What about this game just kind of like made sense to you to where you go from not playing professionally at all to winning the national championship, so to speak?
Just basically the gunplay and the movement and just the whole mechanics around the game in general. Like everything about it was just fluid, felt super smooth, and I don't know, I just liked it the first day I played it. Like I came from playing. Any of you guys have played Destiny too, dude? You guys know all about that game. That game's kind of rough. But I basically came from that game. I think the mechanics in Destiny 2 gave me a little bit of a head start, I guess, in Apex. Just because it felt somewhat similar, but Apex was just completely like a lot more fluid than Destiny 2.
Were you a day one player where you're like, okay, I love this game and I think I actually have like a future in this type of thing? Or did you kind of start off just saying, this is just a fun game, I'm just enjoying it?
Oh no, it started mainly as fun, and like I played the game. There was like when this game came out, there wasn't really many games out at the time that were fun. To me, at least, like I came from playing Destiny 2. That tells you how fun other games. But yeah, there wasn't really many fun games out to me, so I just kind of played this, and like it was super fluid, super crisp, like I said, and like probably a month into playing it, I figured that there was like a Discord that any like early Apex players would remember. It's like that's basically, well, it wasn't called. It was like ApexPro.net or something, where they're basically queue sniping each other, getting in the same game, and playing against each other, like recording the scores. And like once I started doing that, dude, I fell in love with it instantly. I was doing that every day then, whether or not I was filling for a team or trying to find my own team. Like it was that's basically when I fell in love with competing.
Yeah, and you talk about, falling in love with competing and stuff. Now you start seeing that there's a future here. And then I also heard in another interview that you talked about you've been teammates with Vayne pretty much since day one. So how did you guys come across each other? And how awesome was it to win with somebody you've kind of met with and played with since the first day?
I mean, that's basically like winning with one of your longtime best friends, basically, because that's basically what he is in this game.
Did you guys meet in the Apex Discord, or how did you guys come about finding each other?
Well, me and my first teammate, we were LF1, and basically we were trying out some other people because there was the first tournament from like Apex that they're hosting was coming up. It was hosted by GLL. It was basically a kill race that led into a private lobby. And we were looking for a teammate for that, and we saw that Vayne just won the Battle for the Eastland, which was a kill race. So we were like, hey, we can pick this guy up, kind of show him the ropes of like competitive, because we're not sure how much he competed. We just kind of picked him up, showed him some of the ropes of that. He already scrimmed and stuff, so it wasn't like we were teaching someone brand new. But we ended up placing third in that tournament.
I've always wondered, I've never been pro in anything. I've never had to, compete in any sort of tournament really, other than like what you said, maybe like a kill race, but I'm not like good enough to win them. So I've always wondered for real competitors, like, was there, when you woke up on the day of the ALGS, is there like any routine that you go through, or is there like any superstitions that you have that you kind of hold on to before the competition starts?
I mean, this stuff goes back to like, I used to play like competitive sports like baseball, basketball, like all that. And the day before, I would always eat pasta at night. So I still even brought that into this. I eat a bunch of carbs the night before.
Do you ever have like a firing range routine, or is it kind of just like a simple, you just kind of wait for the game system?
No, I just play pubs. I'm not a big fan of the firing range. I don't think you can 1v1 in it and it can warm up your shot or whatever. I just think warming up your mind, because like this game isn't just about shooting. You got to work on your positioning too and getting your mind thinking of where to stand in a gunfight.
Yeah, I was noticing before when I was going through and researching for this, I noticed that your team chose kind of like a different composition. I wouldn't say it's crazy or outlandish, but you had a Valk, you had a Caustic, and then you had a Gibraltar. When it comes to choosing your team comp, especially for something like ALGS, is it more played off of, at least with your guys' team, was it more played off of personal strengths, or was it based off of like map rotations and different variables like that?
I'd say both play a factor, but I think mainly your landing spot would come into more of a factor. Like we land launch site, there's a beacon spawn, there's a crafter spawn that can be there. There's a good amount of loot, but it is usually a far stretch on the like flight path. So if the flight path starts over Overlook and goes from east like straight over to the west, like we got to stretch like 1,500 meters to our drop spot. And usually you can't fly that far anyways off the drop ships. We have to run it in, and that eats up time off of our looting phase and our rotating phase. So now other teams that didn't have to stretch as far are able to rotate a lot quicker than us, get ahead of us. So that plays a big factor into why we play Valkyrie. So we could basically find some alt excels, pop an ultimate, and rotate like quickly with an instant balloon anywhere. And then we mainly, I feel like I don't need to explain why we play Gibraltar, why everyone plays Gibraltar. Gibraltar's the best competitive character. Yes. But we worked Caustic into the comp. Like right when Valk came out, we first started with Wraith, Valkyrie, and Gibby. Because we figured Valkyrie would be good with her ultimate for those long rotates or like long repositioning. And then Wraith would kind of be good for like the minimal positioning, like just a quick portal somewhere to not get shot while you're doing it. But we came to notice in some of the scrims, like when we got to Zone 4, there's that's we call that the Ring of Death. That's when there's probably like 17 teams alive in like a finals lobby. Once that starts closing, that probably gets cut down to like 8 squads, you know? That's why it's called the Ring of Death. But we realized like, hey, we have like no offensive fighting when we are forced to absolutely take a fight. Like whether we come out of a Wraith portal and have to fight, we don't have really any offensive utility. Or if we use a Valk ult, we don't really have anything to fight a team right when we come out of it. So we figured, hey, let's try Caustic. We can use his ult, basically throw it on top of the team that we're pushing and go fight them in the gas, or force them out of their spot and just take their spot.
Yeah, so then you guys use that Caustic. I watched the video. I don't know if you made it, but it was on your Twitter account, and we kind of go through the highlights of that entire day of what happened and all the different gunfights you guys got into, the fight, and then the eventual awesome win at the end. But I noticed that it seemed like, I don't know if it's 100% you, but it seemed like you were the in-game leader, the guy, calling the shots.
Yeah.
It seems like that's like a really high pressure situation to be in. What does it take to be an IGL, an in-game leader? Because anything that goes wrong, even if it wasn't 100% you, it kind of falls on your shoulders at times. So how tough is it to take on that role, but how satisfying is it when you actually come out on top?
Well, that's really... like every IGL is basically like always going to be in pressure situations, and you just got to go with your gut, and you don't want to stray away from what's working, because that's when you end up starting to have bad games. That's when you end up making bad calls, making plays you normally wouldn't have. But just dealing with the pressure, I mean, like I said, I've played competitive sports all throughout my life. Like for example, pitched in big games. I was relied on to make a game-winning shot. I was relied on to play good defense on this guy. Like I don't really get fazed by pressure too much at all, and I think that background in sports really helped me with a lot of that.
Yeah, and it definitely showed in that. Now let's go to the actual day itself and talk a little bit about that win. You guys were never below 7th place in the standings. And I saw some, other pros complaining about the format and different stuff like that. But, I mean, it's not like a random team won this tournament. If you guys look, you were in 4th place for most of it. And then the lowest you ever got was 7th. And so it's like you guys just had it that day. There was nothing stopping you. Did you just know when you were in game that you guys had like a very good day going into this?
I mean... to be honest, we felt like we threw a lot of those games. I felt like we didn't play our greatest that day, to be honest. I felt like we could have done better. We showed up, obviously, when we needed to, when we were on match point and won that game, but, like, we got punched out by Snipe Down coming off of a red ship, you know?
I was going to bring
like, we didn't hear the red ship for clarification. Like, it didn't even make a sound on our screen, and no one's looking up in that end zone looking like, yo, is there a revive coming down, you know? Like, but yeah, I feel like we threw a lot of games that we potentially could have gotten at least minimum top 3, and I think we honestly should have ran away with that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, even you guys saying you threw, I'm looking at these stats here. You did get the second place finish, which probably should have been a first, but then that Snipe Down play out of nowhere, he just starts punching everybody. But, I mean, you guys did have some good placements, some good kills, but that last game, that bombshell game, first place, 11 kills. Not only did you guys win on match point, but you kind of just ran away with all the kills in match point. That's got to be a really good feeling, knowing that not only did you win, but you didn't just rat, hide, and do nothing. You literally killed like 11 people. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that feels good, but also like a majority of teams that win usually have around that kill line, you know? It's not like we just absolutely popped off and fighting everybody we could, you know? I don't think we got any of those kills until like a ring 4 and later, to be honest. But it did feel good to end it on like at least double-digit kills, you know? Rather than just three kills killing the last team.
Yeah. I wanted to go back to that game, that TSM game. What was the comms after getting second place in that one? Was it a tough one to swallow?
It was mainly for me, dude. Like I was pissed because I've literally messed up our win on that. Like our play, we were gonna jump onto there's a lamppost right above where they were playing that was in zone for a little bit longer than the building. And our play was going to be, hey, let's jump onto this lamppost and just like sit here and shoot people as they jump out of the building. And we're going to be basically on high ground for like 5 seconds longer than everyone else. So we go to do that. And I don't know if I got like a dead slide or something, but my jump was incredibly short and I fell down, you know? So I ended up hitting the ground and I see that there's 2 people right next to me, Hal and Reps, obviously. And I'm like, hey, this is only a duo down here. Just jump down. We'll kill these guys. We'll just fight it from low ground. Literally nobody's over here. So my team jumps down. We start fighting. And as we know, Snipe Down comes down from the sky and starts just punching everyone out of the bubble, dude. And yeah. We ended up getting second from Scurry, just basically flying around in the air.
I think that one would have hurt a lot more if you guys didn't end up winning. He just comes out of nowhere, just starts swinging his axe.
Well, yeah, if anyone knows how, like, the game works, like, the audio format of the game or, like, how it functions, there can only be so many sounds playing at once, I'm pretty sure, and I think it's based on, like, a tier list or whatever. So with all those gunshots, all those footsteps going, like, there's no sound on the respawn coming, so I honestly had no idea.
That last game, your guys' celebration, the video comes out. Those are the moments that I think professional anything is meant for, whether it's sports or even esports. But like, I know it's hard to describe those feelings and how you guys felt in that moment. But I mean, have you like thought back on it and does it bring any emotions forward when you think about that final kill, that final moment as you guys take home the ALGS Championship?
Emotions. I mean, I smile obviously every time, but like I'm not like a crier if that's what you're asking. I don't really cry in really anything. I'm not really an emotional type of person, but basically just the feeling of winning it was like we worked probably 2 years like trying to get something like this, you know. It was our first like big tournament win, and like just to feel or see something that you've been working that long for just pay off, there's no greater feeling in the world. Like anything you're doing, like when you graduate college, you're working 4 years for that goal, you know? Like there's no greater feeling just being in that moment when it actually happened.
Yeah, and you guys had just gotten signed, what, like 2 weeks before this tournament? So
Yeah.
you guys were just kind of just a team kind of floating around. You guys get signed by KNG. I mean, those guys were freaking out. There was a video of like, I don't know if it was the owners or whoever.
It's the owners,
but that video was awesome to see too. How does it feel to have somebody who just, I don't know how esports works all the way, but somebody trusted you guys enough to give you guys a shot, and I'm sure that had to feel good as well.
I mean, for sure it did. Just also like them bringing us in literally probably like a day before the tournament. They announced us getting signed with them on tourney day, I'm pretty sure. Like 4 hours before the tourney. And just seeing them show that much support literally by only knowing us for 2 weeks, it's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like who do you know as your team after you sign them 2 weeks ago pulled up on a big screen and you start going absolutely crazy and like you're glued to your chair watching everything happen, you know?
Yeah, it's awesome. What's the plans for the future? Are you guys going to keep going, try out more of this? I mean, obviously you guys love to compete. I'm sure you guys want to try and win another one. So what's the plan moving forward here?
Same thing as always, man. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep getting after it.
Damn, that's awesome. Well, I saw that there was KNG just released some awesome looking Apex jerseys. So if you guys are listening, might want to grab one of those. They also have a bunch of cool videos with Onmuu and everybody else in the winning that bad boy. You need to go check those out. Once again, thank you, man. I appreciate you for hopping on here, and congratulations on being an ALGS champion.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, everyone. All of us here at this table, and we mean no disrespect to any of you guys listening at home, but all of us are smarter and better than you. And I mean that with the most respect possible, because every time we release these rankings, you guys try to come at us with some bullshit like Mirages is so good. Shut up. You're an idiot.
Dude, get out of here.
Brian,
just stop.
You couldn't let me do that? You couldn't let me just finish that? Why are you smiling? Did you put it?
Wait,
where did you put that?
Why can't we
These are
just?
my no BS
He
rankings.
better not
Why
be number
can't we
one.
just fucking be unified one time?
Once, Brian.
Just as
These
a
are my
unit.
no BS rankings.
I can smell BS from here. Anyway, once again, I'll say it,
That's the
and it's
Arsenio's.
once again, I mean this as no disrespect, but you guys are stupid compared to us. We're just smarter. That's just a fact, and it's just a fact. Okay, you guys are gonna come at me in the DMs. You guys are gonna say you guys were wrong. Troy did this wrong. Kyle did this wrong. Brian, you did this wrong. Well, they say that about Brian every time, and then they'll be like, "Why you did this wrong?" Listen, we just have better eyes. So let's get it started. Who wants to go first? We're going to go through it.
Oh, are each of us going to run through like all of them?
We're going to go through it.
Up until we probably get to 3 or 4, it shouldn't even matter because like they're obvious. What should be first and fourth?
Yeah, they're obvious.
It should be obvious. Listen, there's no reason
Brian,
for you
are
to
you
be
just
trolling us
trolling?
right now. He's totally trolling.
He's trolling
Dude, look
me.
at look at
He's
his
trolling me.
I swear, if you have Mirage at 1, I'm going to slap you. There's no way.
He doesn't have
I say we just go down the list. One at a time.
You want to go one at a time.
One at a time. We'll go down the list, and then we'll be able to give the comprehensive final list at the end.
Okay.
And then also let's just shit on somebody's list.
How should we roast? Should we wait till the whole list has been said to roast, or do we cut in when we see some bullshit? How do we want to do this?
We can't. I won't be able to.
I won't be able to contain it is what I'm trying to say.
I can't stop.
So I think we should do
We're
that.
going to cut in
I
whatever.
say if it's that atrocious, it's got to be pretty fucking good. If you can hold it to the end, hold it to the end.
If it makes sense,
like you gotta call it.
If it's egregious where it's like, dude, it doesn't make any sense why you'd have that there, then that makes sense. But like if it's something like, well, we disagree because it's like 2 places
Like if
above.
you put Revenant Scythe at 10, I'm going to fucking
exactly something crazy like that. Okay, who wants to go first?
I want to go first.
All right, Troy, let's go.
It's obvious. Number 1 is going to be Rev Scythe.
That's a good. That's
How could it not be Rev
I
Scythe?
can't be mad
It's
at
one of
that.
the sickest fucking things I've ever seen in a video game. Full stop. It's so cool. I can't even take my eyes off it. I literally had one person out of my 12 games have it, and it was one of my worst matches because I couldn't stop. I was just following him around, watching him run with it. It was so cool. Number 2 is Lifeline Shock Sticks.
okay.
You like Lifeline Shock Sticks?
Dude, the more I watch it, the more I
Bro,
think that
what
it's
the
just like one of the most enjoyable animations. It's so great. And it's so smooth. It's so fluid. Like, I love the electricity that flies off of it. I love all the effects that are incorporated with it. Like, I just think all around, it's one of the... It adds the most to the game other than just how cool the scythe is.
Trash. It's fucking
Brian,
trash.
you're going to get your turn. All right? You're gonna
Brian,
get your turn. You
I'm
chose
so
this.
trash.
You
Brian,
fucking
you're
chose
going
this
last.
format.
Brian,
okay?
you're going last
Yeah,
because I know
you
you're going to
chose
piss me
this
off.
motherfucking format. 3 is once again moved up significantly for me. But Octane's butterfly knife.
Okay.
I moved it up because once again, like less about like the really rare stuff that can happen with these heirlooms, like just the like day in day out when you're running with it and like the inspect. I think, you know, you get so much out of the butterfly knife that you don't get from a lot of other things. Number 4 is going to be race kunai because the way that you can flick it is like fucking amazing. It's styled so cool. Who doesn't love a kunai?
Plus the cool flip thing.
Yeah,
when you land.
yeah, that's what I'm
land,
saying.
yeah.
The way you can flick it is like fucking dope. 5, Gibraltar's Warhammer. I can't believe I had that rank so low originally. The more I look at it, I think it's just like super raw. I do wish it was a little bit bigger, but like, you know, that's not the first time. 6, Pathfinder's boxing gloves up there once again. Really, really fun to watch. Like anything 6 and above, I all really enjoy. Once you get past 6, the rest of these, I could probably leave. I could take it or leave it. 7, Caustic's hammer. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool. But it's instead of it growing on me over time, it's actually like I've kind of fallen out of favor with it. As much as I do like the effects when you hit somebody with it, and like the fact that you can like break doors down and shit, like it's just for some reason it doesn't vibe with me. I can understand how that's out of my entire list. I think having that as low as it is will be the thing that people agree with the least.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with that being said, that's just a personal opinion thing. And then I have Bloodhound's Axe at 8, and I have Bangalore's Data Knife at 9.
Okay.
What about 10?
There's one more.
I don't have a 10.
Did you say...
You didn't say Mirage's trophy, which is
Mirage.
10.
Well, that's obviously 10.
Yeah.
There's like no question.
I didn't
about
even
that.
think about it because
it's
like
so
that was
shitty.
a given.
Because
Dude.
it's literally so ass.
a
How
total
the fuck
given,
do you
dude.
put the data knife at 9?
Bro.
That one is sick. I fucking love that. It's
Listen.
not even because I have it. I loved it since it came out. Like, that shit's fucking dope.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I will go next. I'm going to start off with one that when it first came out, I had it almost at the bottom of my list, but it has quickly become my favorite. Gibraltar's War Club. Now, I know people aren't going to agree that it's that high. I do think it's in the upper echelon anyway, but it's a personal thing. But I think Gibraltar's War Club has the best combination of animations with looks and with a bit like anytime you do slides or different stuff, he does different things based off of it.
I think it's
How the fuck do you have the War Club over the trophy?
Are you
What?
seriously
Get
asking
out of
me
here,
that?
Brian.
This
all right?
guy, dude.
I thought you were going to say something. How are you going to have the War Club over Rev Scythe or something, and you come at me with that?
With the trophy?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing this on purpose. You're smiling at me.
Yeah, he's
That
fucking...
is so not rep sports of you.
That is,
This is like the least raised shit you've ever pulled.
Have you not figured out that my favorite sport is aggravating Wyatt?
yeah, it is.
It's a pretty good sport.
He's pretty
I
good
should
at it.
go pro
Too.
at this.
He's
Yeah,
pretty.
you're
He's
good
pretty
at
good at it. Number 2, I have Rev Scythe. The only reason I didn't have this number 1 above Gibraltar's War Club was I wasn't a huge fan of the animations that you do when you're inspecting it. I liked the animations when you're sliding, jumping, pulling it out, doing all that crazy stuff. I just didn't care much for the ones where you're just inspecting it, and I'm a big inspect guy. I love to inspect stuff. It's by far the coolest looking one, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
By far. I think it's so original, the fact that it's a scythe, but it like disconnects on the blade. So sick. By far the sickest looking one. I just wish the animations were a tad better. So that's why I had it just below Gibraltar's War Club. If it had just one animation that I really liked, I would have probably put it number 1. Number 3, I have Lifeline Shock Sticks. I still think they're the most original heirlooms out of all of these.
I agree.
Because it's one of the ones where it's not like a weapon. It's interesting because it's just something that she uses for a hobby that can be used as a
You
weapon.
mean like a trophy?
It's her defibrillator, right?
Huh? It's like her defib
Yeah.
sticks. Yeah, but a trophy that just doesn't like she actually does like cool stuff with it, whereas Mirage pulls out a fucking piece of meat. sometimes, not even all the time.
Or he
That's
pokes
so
you in the
stupid.
fucking eyes.
That is Brian. That is so stupid. I
Pokes
hate
you
it
in the
so
fucking
much.
eyes.
Brian, I want to
Bro,
poke
that-
you in the
that-
eyes.
What fits Mirage's like character better than doing the fucking Stooges eye poke? Like that's gold.
Stooge eye
It should have
pokes.
been a mirror. It should have been a mirror.
It
That's all I'm
definitely should have
saying.
been a mirror.
So Lifeline shock sticks, originality, and then the animation. I've probably done that animation a gajillion times, and it still does not get old. to
The
me.
animation
It
is
gets
actually
old. It
probably
gets
one of
old.
the coolest animations.
It really is.
It gets old when you have to watch it when you're dead.
Just stop dying then, Brian. Spectate Kyle or something. Then the next one I had at number 4 was Octane's butterfly knife. I just like the knife. I do think the animations, I will agree with Brian on this. Animations can get old when they're not the right ones, and I think the Octane's butterfly knife, they can get a little old sometimes, especially when you watch them all the time. But this one's kind of a personal thing because I watch a lot of streamers who play Octane and they have it, and I think I'm just tired of seeing it fold and unfold a bunch of times because you know how streamers play. They're fucking sprinting, canceling sprint, sprinting, canceling sprint all the time, so it gets a little bit annoying. Number 5 is Wraith's Kunai. I still think it's one of the coolest looking ones, maybe behind Rev's Scythe. But once again, it lacks on the animation side of things. It does have the cool one when you land. Other than that, it's almost non-existent. Number 6 was Caustic's Warhammer. I'm kind of like Troy on this one. I had this a lot higher before. I kind of have fallen out of love with it. I think it could be a lot cooler as far as the animations that you use when you like slide and jump with it, because he kind of just spins it. Whereas like the War Club, Gibraltar would kind of do some crazy stuff with it. Not too much, but just a little bit. It's a small thing. I moved this one up. Bangalore's Knife at number 7. I'm on number 7. So Bangalore's Knife at number 7. I did not like this one at all, but after watching Brian use it a few times, I do think it looks very cool, and the animations aren't that bad. Then at number 8, I have Pathfinder's Gloves. I have been playing Pathfinder a lot, and if I got the chance, I would get these. The last 2 I would never get. But Pathfinder's Gloves, at least, they have the one cool animation. I wish you got to see them more. I wish there was some different skins on them. I wish they were actually like red colored boxing gloves, that like the Everlast ones. I think
agree.
that would be awesome.
I totally agree. God
Dude,
damn.
I really think that they're gonna break out recolors and sell
I
that.
hope so.
You think
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
heirlooms?
If they do that,
yeah.
If they sell it, like you want a red one.
But
If they
you
had a red
already
one
have to
out and you
have
already
it.
have it, like
if they
I'd
do
hella buy
that,
that.
it instantly jumps up to like 4 on my list. So then there's that, and then the last 2 I would never touch: Bloodhound's Ass, and then Mirage's Trophy. I don't have to say anything about that because it's so
Best
damn
heirloom
terrible.
in the game.
It's so damn terrible. It's not even close,
Shit,
Brian.
dude.
All right, so we'll let Brian go last because yours is probably going to be the most controversial out of any of ours. All right, so number 1, I have Revenant Scythe, not just because I bought it, but just because I think it's the coolest one. It does have some kind of whack when you're looking at it, like examining it animations. I don't really like them too much, but when you pull it out and stuff, there's a couple animations that I really love. You pull it out and then you sharpen it with your hand, and then there's another one where you pull it out and it like floats to you like you're possessing it. Number 2 is the Octane Butterfly Knife, because I love the Octane Butterfly Knife. I play with it a lot. I also like watching streamers flip it around and shit. The only thing that sucks about it is it only really has one animation that it does when he examines it, and I kind of wish it had more. Like
So cool, though.
it is cool, but like I just wish it had more flips and shit that went with it. And then this one was kind of really low on my list on the last one, but I've gotten mad respect from it watching B play with it, and then also watching just streamers and stuff play with it, is Gibraltar's Warhammer. I think it has one of the coolest hit animations when you punch people with it, and then being able to like look at it and stuff, being able to pull off your shield, and like depending on which skin you have, it shows you like the different shields and stuff. I think that is super
That
fucking
is
cool.
really fucking cool.
Number 4, you guys all had this kind of low, but I have Caustic's Warhammer because I really like Caustic's Warhammer. They have a lot of intricate details in it, like the gas comes out of it and stuff, and you can examine it, and then like it shoots out gas when you hit people and stuff. I think that's the coolest shit. Like, I think that's so dope. And then the fact that you can break down doors with it is what really sells me on it. Because how cool is it, like, to be like, instead of kicking this with my leg, I'm just going to bust it open with my hammer, bro. And then Wraith's Kunai has a bunch of cool, is number 5 for me. Has a bunch of cool flips and shit. Plus, you know, the nostalgia of just Wraith's Kunai is pretty sick. Plus, if they ever came out with recolors for it, where you could get like a green one or something, that'd be
Dude,
sick.
a fucking gold orange one would look sick.
That would be dope. Number 6, I have Lifeline Shock Sticks because I think she has some of the best animations in the game. I do love the drum one. I never get tired of it. I think it's actually a really fucking cool one. Number 7, I have Pathfinder's boxing gloves because boxing a crow is sick and because I just think the gloves are dope. If I was going to get another heirloom, like if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably get Pathfinder's next. And then for number 8, I have Bangalore's data knife. I do think it's cool, but I just don't like the examining animations and stuff on it. They're not my favorite if I'm being honest. And then number 9 is Bloodhound's Axe. It has the cool look, but other than that, it's dog shit in every other way possible.
Dog shit.
And then Mirage's Trophy is sick, but it's also just
what? It's sick.
Hey, listen, you can beat people with a pork chop and stuff. It's still number
but
10.
You don't get the pork. Like if you got the pork chop every time, it would be cooler. But you don't.
It doesn't matter.
It makes it better when you do get it.
It's not even just rare. It's like super rare.
It is super rare. But if you got it, like I watched one guy literally pull it out and beat somebody to death with it, like to win the game.
Dude, the odds of that are like so incredibly low.
I know it's so low, but it's like a funny thing that happens, and he's like the funny character. So I kind of think that's sick.
If they made it happen more often, if they made it happen more often, I would put it above Bloodhound's Axe. I'll say that.
Actually, I'm gonna change mine.
No,
don't do this.
I'm doing it.
Are you doing it?
Are you doing this? Are you spiting this?
No, I'm not spiting this. I'm legit doing it. Bloodhound's Axe is number 10. Fuck my life. And then Mirage is number 9.
Do you say Bloodhound's ass?
I was gonna say. You say Bloodhound's ass is number 10.
Listen.
Okay.
Bloodhound's Axe is number 10.
Okay.
And Mirage's Trophy is number 9.
All right, Brian.
Okay.
Let's get this over with, please.
At number 1.
Don't say.
Don't.
I have Mirage's Trophy.
You're joking.
No.
Yeah,
no, I'm fucking with you on that. I can't even do that. I
was
can't
like,
accept it.
I was gonna say
number 1. Pathfinder's gloves.
That is so Brian.
Number 2. Number 2. Bangalore's data knife.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is the I have those heirlooms bias.
Number 3. Revenant's scythe.
Okay, that's
at
fine.
least decent.
4. Octane's butter knife.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay.
It'd actually be funnier if it was a butter knife.
Right? I said by accident, but I was like, do I correct it? Do I leave it?
It would be funnier.
5. Wraith's kunai.
Oh, okay.
6. Caustic hammer.
Okay.
7. Mirage's trophy.
I really don't like where the lifeline shock sticks are going to fall on this list, and it's really pissing me off.
Are you going to put
8.
the shock sticks?
Bloodhound's axe.
Dude, you're so
No.
stupid, dude. You're
No.
so stupid.
Gibraltar's warhammer.
You already said Gibraltar's warhammer.
No, I haven't. I said
you said Caustic's hammer. Okay.
Number 10 is the shock stick.
You're so dumb, Brian. What the hell are you doing? How is it at the bottom?
So you guys remember that time where I said I really just like to troll Wyatt?
Are you okay? But is that the no BS list? Because you said it was no bullshit list.
No, that's just all bullshit.
Okay,
I really
all right. Give me the real
wanted
list.
to put your 2 heirlooms at the very bottom.
Give me the real list, Brian.
Okay.
All right. Number 1 is Rev Scythe.
Okay.
I feel like
that makes sense.
Number 1's Rev Scythe. This is the no bullshit list, by the way. Number 2, I do have Bangalore's data knife. I fucking love that one.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Number 3 is the butterfly knife.
Okay.
I feel like that's just a given. Everyone
fuck
loves the
with it.
butterfly knife. It's not the greatest, like we thought maybe 2-3 lists ago, but it is really good. So it's a solid heirloom.
It's still pretty solid.
Number 4, I've got Caustic's hammer.
Okay.
I like how it's, to me, one of the most unique heirlooms out there. The animations are different than what anyone else brings. I do enjoy Caustic's warhammer, and busting down doors is fucking awesome.
Yep.
5, Wraith kunai. It's a kunai. It's electric. It's cool. That's about it. That's just it's. I feel like that's the baseline.
I can agree with that.
Number 6, Bloodhound's axe.
I don't like that.
I don't know how
I
you
don't
can
like
put it
that.
that high just because it just doesn't do anything. It's just,
I wish it did more.
I wish
Honestly,
it just did more shit.
It's more the way it runs, because I don't really look at the animations in game as much. Like I'll do it like in the training room, stuff like that. But when I'm playing, It's more these sprint slide animations, things like that, and Bloodhound has an amazing sprint slide animation.
His sprint one's good where it looks like he's just chasing you down with an axe in his hand.
Or like when he flips it and shit. I kind of like the flip.
That's what I mean. Like, those are cool. I like those. That's why I like the Bloodhound one. It's not my favorite by any means, and it could easily drop on this list. I've already expressed in previous episodes that I don't like the animations for it. I like the movement animation, though. Yeah. Number 7, I have Pathfinder's Gloves. I love the animation in that, and I'm a huge fan of Pathfinder's Gloves. They do get boring.
Yeah.
They get boring. I wish that he did more as he's running other than just like kind of bobbing around. And they are the bulkiest heirloom.
They cover so much.
They do cover a good portion of the screen, so that's something that I have not been enjoying about them. Number 8 is Gibraltar's Warhammer. I actually just don't like this heirloom.
I think it's original, though. Like, when you talk about originality, I think a lot of these make sense. I think the most unique got to be Lifelines, Gibraltar's, and Caustics.
I don't like Gibraltar's. Like, to me, it's supposed to be a hammer. To me, it does not look like a fucking hammer. It's like I get that, like, there's different hammers in all different cultures, all that kind of, like, that's fine.
I think it's called the War Club.
I think it's called the War Club, okay, and it's not the Warhammer. He typed it in wrong, but it's
either
the War
way,
Club.
The War Club, like, I still don't like it. His War Club should have been the fucking long ass club that he has, and I know he breaks that out in some of the punching animations, but that should have been the main one, and this should have been the secondary. That would have been like a cool little,
like, brings it out kind of thing.
Yeah, like the pork chop. Number 9 is Mirage's. I'm kidding. Number 9 is going to be the Lifeline Shock Sticks.
Okay,
it's slow. They're just, dude. I know you guys.
I know you listen. You watched it a million times. So
not even just that. Like,
it's so low, dude.
When I have an heirloom, I want something that's going to be deadly. I want something that's going to be able to kill somebody and look like it's going to be able to kill somebody. Not a couple little fucking twigs.
Dude,
it's a stick that shocks people to death.
Bro, it's a fucking 2 twigs. That's fine.
That's
fine. Give her a fucking scalpel. Like, give her
a scalpel, bro. You wanted to carry a scalpel around?
I don't fucking know. I don't give a shit. Give her something that looks like medical. Give her like a bone saw or some shit. I don't care.
A bone saw would actually be
like, give her something cool. But, like, dude, she's running around with a couple of sticks as a drummer for a medic. Like, and they just said, well, we have to connect it to her somehow. Why don't we just make them electric and she gets to shock people and we call them shock sticks? Like, no.
Well, I mean, in early games, she had the drumstick in one of her finishers.
Yeah, she had the drumsticks in the finishers because she was part of a band. But, like, I get why they're like, well, we got to give her the sticks. You know, like, we got to give her the sticks type deal. You really didn't. We didn't have to give Caustic the skull that he crushes. We didn't have to give...
That's a cool to be or to not to be moment, though.
Yeah, but we didn't have to fucking give Gibraltar his club that we clearly should have gave him. Like, I don't know. I just think they could have done better. I think they could have done better with Lifeline.
All right.
Number 10, Lifeline. No,
He's just a
number
character.
10, yeah. No, number 10 is Lifeline Shock Sticks. I already said.
You said
number 9.
Oh, sorry. Wrong list. I'm looking at the BS one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, number 10 is Mirage's Trophy.
Yeah, it is, Brian.
It's
it is
Mirage's
that.
Trophy.
It is that.
It has to be.
It has to be. Even if you like it, it has to be.
I honestly, I do love it.
It gives you the least.
It fits his personality so much, and I think I think a mirror would have been better for him, but I also think a mirror is a pain in the ass for the devs to make.
Like, to program in, yeah.
That sounds like a pain in the ass without giving away stuff that's around corners or things like that or behind you at all times. Like, probably not the best move for them. So they went with the trophy, and honestly, for giving him a trophy, what way do you give the most conceited player in this game to be able to be, or how do you make the most conceited player in this game more conceited? You give him a trophy of himself that sings and dances for himself.
Yes.
I do think that what you feel with Lifeline, I feel with Mirage, but I will say this. I was fine with the trophy. I just didn't like how all the animations were just voice lines. Like, I pictured, like, I can just picture, like, him, like, spinning it on a finger or something, like, flipping it around, tossing it, doing different stuff with it.
He doesn't really do a lot when he runs with it either.
Yeah, like, he kind of just holds it. Like, I just wish he had, like, something, like, a little bit more, I guess. All right, ranking list. Now, Brian, you always do this every single time we do the ranking list. We have a totals ranking list between all of our lists calculated together. What do we got?
So I'm going to start at the bottom. I think everyone knows what's at the bottom for this one, and that is Mirage's trophy. Came in dead fucking last. Almost got a perfect score of last till a last-second change was made. The next closest is going to be Bloodhound's Axe at number 9. After Bloodhound's Axe, sadly, we have Pathfinder's Gloves, even though everybody here wants them. Number 7, Banglar's Data Knife. This would have been a lot lower if I didn't have it rated so high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are sleeping on this thing, and I'm going to prove it to you that you guys are sleeping on it. I'm going to make you guys watch it as much as I had to watch your fucking.
I'm fine with that.
Listen.
I love inspections. I think that's so cool.
If me and Wyatt both die during the game and you make it away and you start inspecting it, maybe I'll like it a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay alive.
Fuck you. Number 6, Caustic's Warhammer.
Okay.
Or Caustic's Hammer. I feel like that's just kind of, we've talked about that quite a few times already. Caustic's Hammer is just a cool one, but it's similar to the one that's going to be a couple above this. It's very just generic.
Yeah.
Number 5 is going to be the Shock Sticks.
How?
Because I had it at number 9.
Damn.
No, I think that's a decent
5's the Shock Sticks. It's just above mid pack. It's on the top end of mid pack.
Yeah.
Damn.
I feel like that's a good place for it.
Like
it's
it should
just-
be higher.
Meh.
Should be higher. What's the one right after that?
Right above that was Wraith's Kunai. That's just across the board. It literally scored a 5-4-5-5 across the board. Like that's just.
That one stings a little.
I feel like that's just the generic. This is the board baseline for it, and I feel like Caustics is very similar in style, but not as cool as a Kunai. And then Lifeline's sticks are dumb as shit, but the animations are all right.
Oh my god.
The animations are pretty sick.
So we just did number 4, Wraith's Kunai. That means number 3 is going to be Gibraltar's Hammer. Number 2, Octane's Butterfly Knife.
Yeah.
Again, solid, very nice heirloom. Animations get a little old, but I think we all think that it's a cool enough heirloom on its own to be like, it's cooler than Wraiths and has a better animation. So
Yes.
it just ranked above Wraiths every time, and it just scored a 3-3-2-4 across the board. And number 1, literally undisputed, the biggest gap between any of the heirlooms was the number 1 spot, and that is Revenant Scythe. I don't know if that's because it just came out. We're all fucking hyped about it. But that Scythe is fucking badass.
It is.
I think
very
it
cool.
it
I
just
don't-
cit's down, and then also it's just incredibly
It's just
badass.
cool. It's just cool.
Dude, I
There's
feel like
just-
it's going to drop to kind of like that same range as the Octane Butterfly, where it's badass as fuck. But it's slowly going to drop to something that comes out that's also badass and has great animations.
'Cause it doesn't entertain you
Well,
as much as you wish it did.
based
It's
on-
super cool to look at.
We still have Watsons on the way.
Yep.
And we still have Cryptos on the way.
Yep.
I've seen Cryptos, and unless the animations are fucking insane, I don't think it's going to take over.
Well, we're also
What does he have?
It's
Yeah.
like another type of knife.
It's
You know,
like
he
It's
has
like
no,
a
it's-
wakizashi, like a short.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
shorter,
it's
yeah.
a short,
It's a
samurai
samurai
knife.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
I think
then
it's cool.
Watsons, though, everything kind of weighs on Watsons because there's so many cool possibilities for Watsons.
for the recent
Dude,
ones.
it's
For
gonna
the
be
ones that are
fucking-
projected to come out soon, those ones seem the most.
And
likely.
then obviously we have the newer characters those could be anything.
fucking,
but,
I'm
I don't know what
excited.
Lobas is going to
I
be.
was like, Loba might come out soon. That'd be sick.
yeah.
That'd be sick.
There's possibilities, but I think for right now, Revs is going to hold for a little bit. If Cryptos is in fact the next one, I think his is holding.
Ramparts is going to be
Oh,
sick.
Ramparts is going high on my list.
Ramparts, dude, it's got to be a fucking wrench.
It
bro.
is.
It is.
I
It's
made
going
a
to be a
TikTok on
monkey
it.
wrench.
Oh, okay.
There's
that's sick. That's
there's
so
in the
cool.
files there was a posted picture, a leaked picture of it early in development, and I roasted it because it looked so stupid. But it's going to be sick when they actually finish it. Right now, all they have is just colored shapes in the shape of a wrench. I'll show you guys after the show, but it's really funny. But
I think
Ramparts could be cool.
Okay.
So especially
Dude,
with the animations.
I'm
with
standing
that.
by it. Please, please, for the love of God, give Watson the fucking fencing sword.
Oh, the rapier.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would
Give
be
her
sick.
that.
That would
That'd
be
be-
super cool.
Give-
It definitely fits her personality.
I think so, too.
Exactly, and wrap it with the electricity that she loves. Like
That'd be very cool.
That would be like
hang a
dainty
fucking
but
Nessie
cool.
off the handle. Like
yeah, I would
bro,
love that.
They're
That'd be great.
they're very good at inserting like effects into these heirlooms when it comes to like Gibraltar's has the fire coming out, Lifelines has the electricity coming out. Like
Same
they're
with,
very good
Revs
at
has
that.
Revs has like darkness come out of it, which is really fucking.
Caustics with the gas.
Yeah.
Wraith with the electricity. And
you got Octanes with like water technically, but it's just a liquid.
Yeah,
like they're good at making those work. So that's going to be cool to see if they like put electricity with that. It's going to be very interesting.
Dude, I would love to see that because when you add something fluid and moving to like one of the heirlooms, it gives so much possibility for color skins and changes later on.
Yeah, 100%. All right, boys, that should just about round it out for the ranking of the heirlooms. Once again, we know better, okay? We know better. We know the right way. We know the answers, okay? We know the answers at this table. Come at me all you want, but one thing is going to stand true. We know better. So we're moving on. We're going to head into the gambling segment of the show, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, what's up, everyone? We're back. Gambling time. We took a quick week off. Now we're back, ready to go. Games have been played. Lines have been set. And there is a ranking system right now that has never been seen before. And it's very interesting. We'll start at the bottom. There's a question mark here, and that's only because the person who makes the rankings is at the very bottom. Brian is at the bottom with 340
Wait, what?
points. Yes.
Who's at the bottom?
You.
No, I'm not.
You didn't. There's a question
I
mark.
don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. All right. He's playing this game with me. Yeah, Brian's really testing me today.
He is. Today he's really testing
me today. Brian is at the bottom with 340.
No, not.
Literally 3 bones ahead of him is Troy.
Fucking go, baby.
343. I'm above Troy. I've got 390. And Kyle is sitting alone at the top with 690 points.
Let's go, baby.
The greatest thing about Kyle being at the top
You could still lose it all.
is he could still lose it all.
Totally could, dude.
And
Spike bets.
Kyle has never really been good at holding leads in this segment of the show.
I don't think I'm good at holding leads in any time.
Okay, so he acknowledges it at least. How are you going to play this moving forward, Kyle? Because there's a huge chance that you end up somehow in the Grab My Banner Credit Union if by next week.
Hey, listen, if I have 600 and how much do I have? 690?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm sitting pretty, baby. I'm not going to no credit union, but I'm going to do well. I'm going to do well.
Have you at least thought once or twice that oh shit, I could possibly lose all of this because I have in the past?
No. Because
you hesitated.
We're all moving forward, baby. We're all moving forward.
You hesitated for a second.
Hey,
there.
listen, you never make a train go backwards. It's always forwards, baby.
No, trains can definitely go backwards.
No,
I have seen it happen.
Trains don't go backwards, baby. We go forward.
All right. Well, I guess this train does not go backwards.
We don't have a reverse on this train, baby. It only goes one way.
All right, one way. All right, it's either going one direction really badly off a cliff, or in this case, it's actually going up a hill.
We're on the up and up, baby.
In the past, it has gone off a cliff multiple times. So
multiple.
We don't know what's
we're here now.
The little hill at
yeah,
the
we
top.
don't know.
We don't know what's on the other side.
We
of the
can
hill.
see the top of the hill.
It's too steep to see what's on the other side.
We just don't know what's on the other end of it.
Exactly.
So another question, Kyle, is how are you going to play this moving into this next week?
Listen,
because you can just bet it all on something like we've done in the past. Troy has previously won gambling seasons by continuing his lead by putting it all on what he claims to be the lock of the week, and then he wins the season. Or you can just nickel and dime it and just try to keep that lead.
I think it kind of depends. If there's something that I see on the lines this week that I really like, I might go all in on it. If not, then I might just play it a little bit safe and play a little bit edgy as well.
Well, I'm looking at the board this week, and I'm going to read these lines off here in a second. I think this is a good board. I think this is a pretty solid board, especially if you decide to play solo. And I don't want to say that because I enjoy playing with you. But if you decide to play solo, there might be a lock of the week on you in the over category, which always feels good. When the lock of the week is an over and you know you can crush it, it always feels good.
I want to let you know that I've won hella money the last 2 weeks betting on myself.
Exactly. So
you can't bet on yourself.
The board,
bet on?
For the first time in 3 weeks, I think is actually a good-looking board. I like this board, dude. Troy's got some lines that I like.
Read them
okay,
to
let's
me,
read the
read
lines
them
real quick. All right, for my total kills, we're sitting at 48 with halves at 24.
Jeez,
total assists is 15, halves at halves at 8. Knocks at 58, halves at 29. That's a shitload of knocks. Rounds won at 30, halves at 15. Rounds played at 54, halves at 27. Wins at 8, halves at 4. And perfect games 3, halves at 1.5. We move on to Kyle. Total kills at 40, halves at 20. That has bet the over on me written all over it. Especially,
I only got 31 this week.
Yeah, but I was going off. If you play your games by yourself, or I mean, you could play with me too. It's just you might want to bet on the assist.
Well, the week before when we played together, I had 44 kills too.
Yeah, so it's not impossible for you to break 40.
Kind of split the middle on those two. I looked at those stats, and I kind of split the middle on those two for that.
Yes. Assists at 22, halves at 11. Total knocks at 44, halves at 22. Total rounds won at 30, halves at 15. Total rounds played at 54, halves at 27. Total wins at 9, halves at 4. Perfect
Holy
wins
shit.
at 3,
You
halves
mean
at
you want me to
1.5.
get 10 wins? 10 wins.
What line is that, bro?
He's hitting it.
Listen,
I'm
I
not
got
gonna
9
lie. I
wins
kind of
this
put
week.
that line for when B and Kyle are playing together because they've been. And Kyle said when he gets Kyle's words were, "If I get the chance to play with someone, I'm gonna play with someone." And Wyatt is on the most.
I am.
So I did set the lines for that.
Troy, total kills at 16, halves at 8. Total assists at 12, halves at 6. Total knocks at 22, halves at 11. Total rounds won at 20, halves at 10. Total rounds played at 51, halves at 26. Total wins at 5, halves at 3. Halves at 3. Perfect games at 2, halves at 1. Now, if you're living dangerously, there are 2 lines right there that you can absolutely hammer. Because perfect games at 2, and like honestly, Kyle's at 690. It might be time for you guys to just be like, I'm going to have fun and try to cash in on these nutty boys. And total perfect games at 2? Dude, an over on that would be so exciting. That would be really exciting.
For you. Is that what you want?
Fuck yeah, I'd want you to hit it.
If that's what you want,
I would do it. Dude.
I'll do that for you if that's what you want.
I'm thinking
You
about
just
it.
have
Dude.
to ask really nicely.
I might ask. I'm not
Think
sure
about
yet.
it.
I'm gonna.
If you want to
think
live
about it.
dangerously,
I think I might. Brian, total kills at 22, halves at 11. That's low.
Wait, your total kills are at 22?
Bro, I've been playing like dog shit.
How many kills did you get this week?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it less than 20?
I don't want to talk about it.
Have assists 17, halves at 8. Knocks at 26, halves at 13. Rounds won at 28, halves at 14. Rounds played at 48, halves at 24. Wins at 7, halves at 4. Perfect games at 3, halves at 1.5. Wins at 7. How many wins you get?
8.
No, it's because he's playing with us.
Dude, I haven't hit beneath. I think I've hit beneath. Or hold on. I think I've hit beneath 6 one time since the start of the podcast. More times than not, I've hit 7. So that is actually where
you're pretty decent at getting wins.
I get wins. I just don't get super high stats and everything else.
The half thing. If he said he's never gotten below 6, okay, but a half but he's typically winning 8. There's no way he wins 4 and a half.
But you got to pick which half.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. If I get 7,
I don't think he wins 4 in any half.
If 7's my average, then you have to pick which one.
Yeah, there's one half that he's getting more than 7.
yeah, it could,
He's
be,
getting
could be unbalanced.
That's the.
So you
Well, that's how
got
it
to
is.
be able to
normally-
pick the half. Though.
I normally get a 4 and a 3, and that's been the most. Like my best games have always been right in the middle of the like right at the end of the first half.
So
and
it's
the
whenever
beginning
your
of the
streak
second half.
starts, basically.
Is right there. Like when you're picking my streak to start, and then I will go. I normally go on like a 3-game win streak, and 2 of those are in one of the halves.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's time to make some bets.
All right.
And I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start asking around. Troy, perfect games at 2.
I'll crush that.
crush it?
I will crush.
Or are you gonna push it?
I'm gonna crush
You
it.
have to get 3.
I
You know
understand.
He got 3 this week.
I'm not afraid. Listen, you guys don't understand.
What
I'm
if-
starting to get momentum. You need to know how to. If you're going to be a gambler, okay, if you're going to take your hard-earned dollaritos, you're going to put it on gambling. You need to know when an individual that you're betting on or a team that you're betting on is picking up momentum. You got to be able to smell the steam coming out of their stacks. All right? And I got hella steam pouring out of my stacks right now, boys.
How much steam?
Dude, hella fucking steam.
Okay, they're putting glasses on.
This is a
They're
ridiculous
putting
amount of
bullshit
steam in
goggles.
here. Can you see
Dude,
that?
they're putting the bullshit
What?
goggles on, but here's what I want to ask.
Why would you do that to me, Kyle? Mr. Trains don't back up, Graph.
Trains don't back up, baby. We only go forward.
I need the double filter.
Oh, no.
One for each of my chins.
Okay, but would you rather me take the total or the half?
I'd rather you take the total.
Okay, I'm going 50.
I never know what's going
Brian, I'm going 50 on total perfect games over on Troy. Okay, Brian, kills at 22. What the fuck?
Honestly, I hadn't played in almost 2 weeks.
Okay.
I played my games early the weeks before. I went to Vegas, lost my ass in gambling there, similar to what I did here. And by the way, Vegas was a fantastic trip.
Okay.
And then came back and didn't play till literally last night.
Okay.
So I took quite a bit of time off, almost 2.5 weeks off of playing Apex, essentially. And now I'm getting back in the swing of it. And I was hitting shots last night. It was my movement that felt a little off. But that's something that normally comes back real quick.
Okay. I'm going to go...
And I will not be playing my games with you guys.
I'm going to go 10 over on total kills. But I just don't have that much confidence. So I'm going 10. Okay, Kyle. Total kills at 40. I'm picturing Gift of the Allfather territory here with that. But I need you to give me something.
I don't know. I don't feel the most confident about it, but I don't feel bad about it. If that doesn't make you feel any better.
No,
but
that actually
literally made him feel worse.
that
Yeah.
might have made me feel worse.
Yeah.
That
okay.
says
Well, because so I've been off and on like the past couple weeks. So like the week before this week, I got 44. The week before that, I got 31, and then this week I got 31.
Okay.
So and the week before that, I got 48. So it just it goes back and forth.
You're streaky.
I'm a streaky
really
player.
Up for the week or really down?
I'm either up or down, man, and that's
the most Kyle.
That's how my life all the time.
That's literally the most Kyle thing this podcast has ever had.
All right.
I'm either poking it in the back button or I'm slinging around.
All right. So then, if you're not sure about that total, all right. I'm gonna go, Brian. I'm gonna go 20 under on the first half kills.
For who?
Kyle.
On me or on Kyle?
Yeah. I'm gonna go because 20 kills in a half, especially when we played our games. Those first 3 games were not good because we were playing some tough people, and then we got our shit together. So I'll do that. And then
You're at 80 bones spent. You still have 310 more.
I have 310 more.
No gift to the Allfather on the table.
Just bet on your boy. I'm right here.
Well,
I'm
for
picking up
what, though?
steam.
For instance,
picking
I'm
up
your
steam.
boy.
For what?
Let me just tell you right now. There's no line that he's set this week that I'm not going to crush. I'm going to crush the entire fucking thing. I'm
just
gonna,
making
from
me-
top. No, I'm from top to bottom, dude. I'm
You're
serious.
somehow making me feel worse. You're somehow making me feel.
Then take your fucking bones out of it, dude. I don't care. Screw yourself. I'm trying to help you here. I'm literally throwing you a metaphorical bone.
Listen, if you don't crush all the lines this week, you realize what's going to happen next week, right?
I don't give a shit, Kyle, because I'm 100% confident.
How
in
many
my
kills
ability
did
to
Troy
crush
get
these
this
lines.
week? How many kills did Troy
I got
get?
19.
Troy got 19 kills.
I got 19.
16.
Listen, I'm getting the steam.
How many kills does he have to get this week?
16.
Ooh.
Dude, he
The week
set
before that,
all
he got
my
13.
shit so low.
He got-
But the week before that, I was playing on your PC.
He was.
That he was.
Okay. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going. How much do I have left?
310.
310 on Troy's kills total over.
No shit. No shot.
All right.
Gift to the Allfather.
Are you serious? Are you
gift to the
serious, Kyle?
Allfather.
Are you fucking throwing
Gift
shade
to
over
the
there?
Allfather.
I'm not throwing
Are
shade.
you fucking throwing shade
back
over
it
there?
with your bones.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You got bones to
I'm
blow.
not
Back it
throwing
with your bones.
shade.
Oh
I'm not throwing
my
shade
God.
because I'm literally gonna make the same bet. But it's just the fact that you put the gift of the Allfather on the man who's been more streaky than me since we've been playing this shit.
Listen, I'm
what's
feeling
your card,
alive
Kyle?
right now. I'm
You
feeling
should
juicy.
feel alive.
I'm feeling juicy right now. I put 2 major bets on Troy this week.
That's what I try to do, really,
Juicy
just
Couture?
in general, is just make people feel juicy everywhere I
What?
go.
Juicy Couture.
Not that, but something similar. All right,
Less
those are my bets.
expensive.
Who's up?
I got my card.
Okay, you want to say yours
Troy
first?
convinced me with my card.
All right, you want to say yours first? You
All
can
right,
because
Brian, go ahead.
I gotta keep fucking reading through this.
All right. I got 1 bone over on my total assist.
Really feeling confident, are you?
I have 1 bone over on my total kills. 338 bones
Here it comes.
over on Troy's total kills.
Smart.
What the fuck? Brian?
Smart.
Gosh damn
Guts-
it.
Gutsy play. Gutsy play.
He convinced me. He said he was going to warm up, and I've just been waiting for a little bit more commitment from Troy.
Dude,
To
I'm starting to
understand.
feel it. The steam, can you see the steam? I'm steaming.
No.
I thought that was Kyle's train.
I'm fucking steaming right now.
It's my train, baby. So you put 380 on that?
No, 338.
Oh.
I don't have 380. I wish I did. I don't. I might be
He
fucked.
fucking don't.
I might be Troy, if you fuck this, I'm
Boy,
fucked.
fucking don't. Yeah, if I throw and I make a good bet, dude, I'm in the lead.
But depends what Kyle does.
I already said he's making the same bet.
Yeah, but not that amount that he said.
He's gonna make more.
He said it's not a
He's
gift to the Allfather.
gonna flop it down right now. You're about to flop it. I already see it. I see it in
I'm
your
pulling
eyes,
a
dude.
Brian.
You're ready. You're ready to flop. You're prepared to flop.
You should do what Troy bets and just bet one bun or one
One
bun. One bun. What bun? One bone. Fuck me.
Gosh damn it.
Fuck
bro.
me, dude. I have hiccups and I keep trying to hiccup at the exact
One,
same time.
one
I'm
bun?
talking.
One bun?
Fuck. Somebody give me a beer. Just do what I did. Put 1 bone over on Troy on every single bet he takes.
I'm going to do 340 on Troy's kills over this week for my gift of the Allfather.
That just took all the juice out of this bet now.
Pretty much.
There's like no reason to
Then I just got to play smart.
Well, here's the thing, B. You're far more diverse than I am, and depending on what Kyle does, do you actually Troy missing the line might be the best thing that happens to you.
I'm going to bet 100 bones on Brian's assists over. I'm going to bet 50 bones on Wyatt's kills under.
Wow, throwing shade at your teammate.
I'm not really throwing shade. He's got to get 49 kills. I'm going to bet 100 bones on Troy's perfect games over. And I'm going to bet another 100 bones on my kills over.
I appreciate the faith. Listen,
Hey, listen, I throw shade at you, baby, but it's only because I love you.
I know. I see that. Listen, you've learned over all these losing seasons. You're starting to become able to pick a winner when you see one.
Every once in a while, you know,
Well, it
a
only
blind
took-
squirrel finds a nut.
It only took 8 seasons of failure.
Yeah, with that
8
being
solid seasons of failure. I want you-
Literally, one was enough of a failure for like 3 seasons.
Yeah, but there's a lot of praise that came off that season.
There is.
somehow.
Who won that season?
I don't know, but I know who
Guys,
lost.
guys, I haven't even read my fucking card yet. All right, I want everybody to know that all of your gambling lives are in my hands. But that also proves the point that none of this matters anyway. So I don't know why I'm threatening you with that.
All right. Troy.
I don't even want to read it now. Who fucking cares what I'm gonna bet?
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was the
It's
best.
so rude.
Troy's up.
Okay. Well, listen. I'm actually not going to take that bet. Only because I felt like when the card was read, there was one ultra lock, and it wasn't on myself. Although everything that's on me, I think, is like easily 80-20 great bets to make. But I think the ultra lock is Kyle's wins under. Like that has to be the bet of the week. So I'm gonna do Kyle's wins under, and I'm gonna bet 341 bones on that. Then I'm gonna bet 1 bone on my kills over and 1 bone on my knocks over. There's no, I mean, like maybe you push, but bro, 9 wins. That's so high.
Kyle, please play with
That's
Wyatt.
so high, dude. That's ridiculous.
That is high.
That's fucking high.
If I hit 9 wins, though, you realize you just goofed that gift with the all other way, right?
Yeah, but like if tragic happens, my SBMM fucks me, then like I still have a chance. See, let me put it this way.
Basically, if he fucks up, he doesn't screw himself and all of us equally. He only screws the 3 of us.
Yeah. Because you have so many more bones than me already. The only chance I have of winning is for someone to make a huge mistake that I'm not a part of.
That's very true.
You know what I mean?
Because
if I'm just chasing your tail all the time.
Dang it, Troy, stop making sense. You're making me want to change my phone.
No, but he's very true, though.
Everybody's card is in? Everybody's card's in? We're good?
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, all right. So I think we should be all good. Anybody want to add something? No?
Want to give a quick shout out to this dude that I fucking saw in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
By the way, I mentioned the podcast to him, and like he was pretty cool about it and everything.
Nice.
But I spent a fucking week in Vegas, a solid 7 days traveling up and down the strip, going to all kinds of live shit and everything. Hands down, no comparison, the best live performer, live artist that I saw the entire fucking trip. His name was Troy Ramchek.
Uh-huh. Was he a comedian?
No, he was a fucking singer, bro. Literally was such a good singer that he brought Ange to tears.
Nice.
Like,
Damn.
I was fucking blown away by what this guy would do. And he sung with one of those, like, old weathered voices, but he was, like, our fucking age, dude.
Nice.
And he was, like, we got to hang out with him a little bit after the show and stuff. He was cool as hell.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, he actually said he's going to try to give us a shout out to something like, to like his connections in Disney and stuff like that. So.
Dope. That'd be sick. I
Yeah,
mean, Disney's
but-
definitely going to turn us away like immediately.
Oh,
but,
yeah, for sure.
But that's
For
cool
sure.
still.
But,
It's
like,
still
dude,
cool that they know who we are.
At least we're on the radar.
Oh, yeah, dude. But
Any press is good press.
we'll take it, you know.
We'll take it.
Disney's like, didn't we fucking shut them down like 2 years ago? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
No,
That'd be super dope.
He was fucking, like, he was cool as hell, dude. And he was hella, like, into the same shit and all that kind of stuff. But phenomenal what he did. And I just like to give credit where credit's due. When you're good at something, you deserve to be recognized.
That's dope.
I would like
like
to
that.
give a shout out to Dom Toretto because without him, none of us would really understand what family was.
Oh,
No.
yes.
And so I'm
family.
happy about that.
Real.
Me too.
I would also like to say that I think Troy started those memes and nobody's giving him the proper credit because he said it on like 5 episodes ago and now everybody's using those memes. I think it's bullshit.
I'm using them too, though. Man, some of them
They're
are
so
so
good.
clever. I can't
Dude.
even get over it.
I had never seen one of those memes until Troy said it on the Raise Energy question of fucking, I forgot what the topic was, but we were talking about movies. I think it was who would you take out of their role and replace them with the legend. He said it during that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Troy said it first, started it.
I didn't see a single one before that. That was like, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. Nobody was saying shit.
I could have gone viral. I don't even think I was on Twitter at that point.
You weren't.
You were
But you
not.
had such an opportunity and you fucked it up.
Oh,
If you guys aren't following Troy on Twitter, at SuperProducer3, Kyle's also changed his today to The Dragon Rider.
The Dragon
So that is there.
Rider with
Yeah.
with a RYDA, baby.
Yes.
I gotta update.
Oh, I've seen it so many different ways now.
Yes.
Right, but it don't matter. You guys play by the beat of your own drums.
Press release for the workhorses. We are switching from first round buys of the Spitfire to first round buys of the Flatline. Now, to most of you Spitfire users here in the workhorse community, I don't mean to insult you, but you're probably bad. So you're going to have to learn how to use this Flatline. It might take you some time, but once you learn it, it's worth.
I mean, if you're really, really shitty, I mean, you could just use the L star and just
Yes,
spam it and then crouch a bunch.
Kyle, I'm glad you bring that up. If you are part of the workhorse community and you'd like to continue using LMGs, the L Star will be your next bet. Let me say it right here. The official announcement for the workhorses, the L-Star is the brand new official LMG for the workhorse community. That is the new one for round 1.
But only if you're a shitty-ass workhorse. Yes. That's it.
I mean, the L-Star, I think, takes more skill than the Spitfire.
The L-Star
it's because you're blinded the whole fucking time.
The L-Star is a flaming piece of shit.
Shooting a gun blinded... It's literally not even in the same universe. If we're saying which one is easier to use, it's definitely the Spitfire. But like the L-Star, if you can figure it out, if you can just somehow see, then you'll be all right.
We're talking about workhorse IQs here, okay?
Yeah, it's not high, but as interim leader of the workhorses, I would just like to say that is the new LMG of the clan.
Way to unify. Way to bring people together. Rally.
Appreciate it. Well, there's a lot of workhorses out there.
I like the direction that you're taking.
Never picking up an L-Star.
You never did.
I was like, I already never did, but I'm still not going to. The gun's trash.
Well, I like the direction that you're taking the faction.
Thank you.
I'm watching from afar, but I'm watching with a smile.
Yeah, you're watching with your fucking Pit Vipers Dragon Rider over there.
Dragon Rider,
I absolutely.
All about the wingman.
Dude, the wingman's hella dope.
Wingman round 1 by.
Hey, listen.
As long as you're doing 360s.
No.
Dragon Riders, let me tell you.
No, just popping out.
Let me tell you what's the new gun now. The longbow. Shit.
I think the Dragon Riders are hungry for another trick shot, and I think it's a shame that the Dragon Riders are waiting for another trick. I'm just saying, as a leader of another faction, I think it's a shame. I do think
it needs to be provided more than every 3-week, 4-week basis.
Kyle, we might have to. You and me, we might have to do an exhibition match where we just play and we're not worried about anything. But yeah, we're literally going into public lobbies.
Somebody sent me a thing on Twitter, and they were just like, it was just them in a lobby, like doing spins with the Kraber.
No, just picture Kyle and Troy trying to kill each other in the firing range, both using different weapons, but they're just jumping and spinning, trying to hit shots, and they're just whiffing left and right.
That sounds like the old. Let's fucking do it.
That's like on Rust back in the day when we would just fucking do 360 no scopes.
Yes.
Bro, I was always so bad at that shit.
No, really.
Omar would be like, turn it to sensitivity 10 and you can do it. I'm like, bro, I turn it to sensitivity 10. I don't do a 360. I do like a 2480. I can't fucking do that shit.
Can't fucking stop.
Listen, so I think the Dragon Riders I think they deserve another trick shot, and I don't like the fact that the Dragon Rider leader of the faction is waiting for re-election time to do his next trick shot. I think there should be at least one a month.
One a month?
One a month.
I could do one trick shot a month.
I think, listen.
I think that's entirely doable. I think it's more getting one recorded by you. Yeah. That's the issue. It's not.
So ever since I figured out this new G-Force thing, I think I could do it.
I think just like car guys, like Dragon Riders should have meetups.
Yeah, they should.
We should have meetups in different
we meet up
servers.
We were Pit Vipers.
The dress code the dress code is jean shorts that go at least down to below your ankle.
Suck my cock.
Socks that are white and go
jean
up.
Shorts that go below your ankles, meaning pants.
Yes, but they're still shorts. Like how they're still
where there's shorts. No shape, right? They're hanging because they never tapered.
You get shorts. The white socks with like the red line.
You're making us look like a bunch of buffoons.
You bought the Pit Vipers. I didn't tell you to go do that.
No, I make Pit Vipers look cool. You're making it sound like a bunch of
I've seen a lot of people wearing pitties. And I've only seen them wearing some sort of jeans, whether it's overalls, big-ass shorts, or fucking dangly-ass pants.
Listen, don't ever hate on overalls.
I didn't hate on overalls. I just said no, I said jeans were an accessory of people who wear
you said dangly-ass pants in the same sentence.
Did I say they were bad?
As overalls.
I never said they were bad.
You had a negative
just
connotation.
That they're options that he's seen in his experience. Tell me, true or false, every individual that wears Pit Vipers has quote unquote something going on with their hair.
They do. That's true.
I wish I could deny it, but
Kyle, I want you to know, since we started this podcast,
a dip is optional. A dip in the mouth is optional.
Kyle, since we've started this podcast, I've seen you with hair halfway down your back no hair at all, and now bleached hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then your bleached hair that has turned to bronze.
I'm going through a quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
Since now I'm 25.
Yeah. So that's that. All right, boys. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast. We'll see you guys next week for episode number 44. No guest next week, but we're going to have a lot to talk about because I have a feeling that there's some big news on the horizon. So we'll see you guys next week. You guys need to say see ya or something.
See ya.